Yes, we're on to our match 4. So we let's go look up who's going to be playing.
Yeah,
in
we
match
can take
4.
you to the bracket, see who's going to be playing. It looks like Flower City Fallout, which is, they practice with the Rochester Radioactive team constantly, a very strong team, undefeated in their qualifier, heading up against combo number 5, which is a helter-skelter of old-school foam flingers from the southeastern region.
Yes, you're very familiar with them from being from the southeast region
I do
yourself.
know them all pretty well. It's exciting to see them come together and play in a tournament like this. They came 20 hours to be here, so.
Wow, that's a long, long way. So let's queue up and let's see who's in Flower City Fallout there. Looking good and fierce. All decked out in their Dart Zone Pro Tournament gear, which we provided to them at their special VIP photo shoot.
So, true. There are a lot of great photos of both of these teams, all of these teams, truly, from the FoamCon photo shoot as well as what they did at the VIP dinner Thursday night.
Correct. So we have treated them to a full VIP experience. We rented out a bowling alley and a venue, event spaces on Thursday night after the final qualifier here in Rochester. Got to celebrate our hard.
Oh, for sure. It is worth reiterating, Brian, that there are thousands of people that play this sport.
Correct.
And these are the 40 best players this year.
That's correct. And
by virtue of being here alone, they are all really high-level players.
I was sharing with them the last dispute there that it's an open qualifier. So as people come, and plan to play in future events, what do they need to have to come to an event?
All you need to do to come to an open qualifier is make it to one of those regional qualifiers. The schedule is posted in advance on foamprotour.com. Once you see that schedule, you just find the one closest to you, grab 4 friends, roll on out there with equipment of your choice. You could use Dart Zone Pro equipment. You could use equipment that you tinker with and make yourself. The rules are posted on that website, but this is open to everybody. And in that way, we really get to get the best of the best.
And we're back.
All right, let's kick this match off.
All right, here we go. Everybody's taking
cover.
All
5 members of both teams made it into cover successfully.
Staying nice and tight to those covers, very important, right? Ooh, power slide. 1 player down.
It's a good shot from number 40 using the 2.1. Again, follow-up shots with that are difficult, and he's out.
So the teams are talking to each other, keeping each other abreast of where.
Yeah, the living team members can, of course, communicate with one another. That's the hardest part of this tournament, is going from being an excellent one-on-one competitor to synergizing with your team, tightening up, and making use of your teammates to create openings for shots.
So we're past the first minute mark here in this.
And to say we got 2 minutes left in this first game here. Without the aerial view, it's difficult for me to see how many members of the Flower City Fallout are up.
I think that we are down to 3. So we are in a 3v3 mode right now. So
halfway there with 90 seconds elapsed. Combo number 5 is making a play up the snake.
Oh.
And that push was not successful, leaving only 1 combo number 5 player. And that's elimination
right there. So elimination by
Flower City Fallout. Looks like they have eliminated all of the combo number 5 players for the first point in this match 4.
All right, here we go. That was off to a quick start there. So
And we're taking a look at the Flower City Fallout guys here in cover, rocking the 1.2. And then we just jumped over to combo number 5, double stacked on this back piece of cover. Back cover is obviously really strong for guarding your gate. Still a lot of players up here.
a little dancing action by number 40.
We're gonna say
there.
number 40 is excellent at dodging.
Yes. Thinking he's Neo there for sure.
Well, I mean, again, to reiterate, the 250 dart cap is a very important resource, and if you can exhaust your opponent's darts while not simultaneously using a ton yourself, that's a very, very valid way to run the clock down, so to speak.
And number 40, Flying Chicken, is it's a great nickname. So we personalized everybody's jerseys here today with their nickname of their choosing in this hobby. So we're
looks like Flower City is tight in cover here, trying to defend. Being a game up, that is a very strong position to take.
We got a little movement. We got any movement yet? No. I think we're still bunkered down here.
I'm going to say it definitely does look like combo number 5 has a mathematical advantage right now by at least one player. Still 2 players in the strong cover on the Flower City Fallout side. With over 90 seconds elapsed, though, it's time to start making plays.
And going back.
That was very exciting. Went
Nice
into
move.
the snake and then back out of the snake,
So
allowing Flying Chicken to move up into the center cover. And he's down.
At the top of the bunker there.
You hate to see the Flying Chickens get shot down.
Yeah. They're calling out to each other.
Spadoni here with a very quick reload. And everybody kind of assessing with 1 minute to go. Reevaluating where they're at.
It's gonna get action packed here, basically at the end. There we go.
It looks like it's a
We gotta move. We gotta move.
3-on-3 move.
Number 9 there is down.
With 20
Caruso
seconds
on a
to
run
go.
there. Is he tagged? Is he tagged? Oh,
We're going to let it keep going.
referee calls that Caruso is tagged there. So
All right.
we gotta run. We gotta run on the 8. We gotta run on the gate.
And it looks like that's a gate capture. We'll get the
Gate
final
capture right
ruling
there.
over here.
Wow. That was a good match there. A lot of action, tactical decision making, players talking to each other. So we're going to see what our final ruling here is. Jack, what do you think? What'd you see there?
Well, I mean, it looked like a gate capture there at the end with only one member of combo number 5 remaining in cover. Obviously, it's hard to bunker down and cover 3 different directions at once, 3 different players at once. Of course, we do want to wait for the final ruling from the players, from the referees, but that's what I saw from my perspective over here in the booth.
Yeah. Same thing. We were watching all the action there, waiting on the final decision of the match 4. And then we'll be on to the semifinals. That's been really tight.
And then we will be on to the semifinals.
Do you want to follow Ray and see if there's a dispute coming?
It definitely looks like
Yeah,
we
let's
might be
go.
headed in that direction.
Let's follow in and see if there's a dispute coming. Before we... So we're going to follow along Drac here. We're going to keep you live here during this the initial phase of this here.
We were just going to hang out over here and see which way this goes. There were multiple gate pushes.
Yeah. And And here we go.
Ray, are we going to a dispute?
Yeah,
All right, and it
going to
looks like we're
dispute.
going to a dispute, 4 for 4.
So when you first started playing 5v5, how was it? What was it like?
So, you know, there's a very casual honor system fun element to 5v5, to large scale games, and to 1v1s. The 1v1s tended to be more serious because obviously you remove a lot of factors there and they tend to be far more definitive. However, you know, 5v5 has been around for as long as other, you know, sports like this have been. You've got paintball, you've got airsoft, everybody's got some version of competitive, and it was about time that we tightened ours up and made it something official.
So what's the difference between someone like wanting to play airsoft or paintball? What's the advantage of playing blaster tag?
Oh man, this is such a great question because there's so many facets to this hobby that aren't shared by the sports of paintball and airsoft. So the core one would be that especially in the qualifier rounds, these guys make their own gear. The almost build element of it, it's half engineering, half athleticism. You build your stuff, you bring it out, you play as hard as you can with it, and that winds up being a large part of the formula. That's one of the things that I love about the hobby in particular. What else?
Well, it's also the the ammo type. So if everyone's played paintball at home, it's messy. If anybody's
of
played
course.
airsoft, it is not for the faint of heart.
So one of the coolest things about this hobby in particular, as opposed to those from a cost-benefit analysis perspective, is that the blasters are less expensive than any other piece of sporting equipment. You're paying way less than a marker or an AEG or something to that effect. And those acronyms are hobby-specific for other sports. These blasters tend to be very affordable. The ammo is completely reusable. There's no mess. It's much safer. You can play in a public park. You can play in your backyard with your buddies. Like, it's very accessible, and in that way, it's almost like the gateway. And in doing so, it feeds people in. But then the magical thing that happens is right around uni years, college. People come back to this hobby because it's safe, it's easy to play on college campuses, it's something that you can do with your buddies in the quad. And most universities have some sort of organization where they're playing blaster tag in some form or fashion, be it HVZ like we were doing at Endwar, or some sort of 5v5 or large-scale kind of two-team blaster battle.
In this match, based on all evidence, it is taken 2-0 by Flower Fallout.
All right, Flower City Fallout, come on in. You guys have won your first round here. Gonna be making your way to the semifinals.
So I guess the primary question is, this puts you guys closer, one step closer to a position where you're gonna have to play your buddies. How do you feel about that?
Feel pretty good about it.
All right, so in the event that you both win, who do you think is better positioned, you or Radioactive?
Of course we are.
Of course you are, of course you are. Well, congratulations on advancing in the tournament, guys. You played very tight. I think that you used that backfield really, really well. And I'm excited to see you in the semifinals. Let's go.